Periscope, and happy Friday. Thank you for watching the replay. Don't forget you can tap the screen on the replay to give me hearts. Yes, you can, and I appreciate it. So good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Thanks for hopping in and joining me on this morning. We have some awesome information to share with you. Cannot wait to share it with you guys on this morning. It's going to be wonderful. So we're going to hop in fast, so make sure you swipe to the right if you have an iOS device to invite your followers. Swipe up if you have an Android device to invite your followers to this broadcast. So hello, ciao. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping in quickly. If you're not following me yet, make sure you tap on the bottom right of your screen to follow me for instant notifications. Hello. Good morning, everybody. If this is your first time joining my scope, make sure that you let me know your name and where you're scoping from so that I can say good morning to you. Hello, Billy. Hello, Katrina. Hey, Tara. Thank you for inviting followers. Aldo, Relax Guitar. Good morning. Thank you guys for inviting people. It's going to be a good scope. Everyone knows I do dope scopes, but they're also quick scopes. So we're not going to be on here for hours at a time. So we have to get this information fast. Good morning, Stephen from Cincinnati, Ohio. Good morning, Duke Wood. Good morning, Craig. Thank you guys for joining the scope. So for those that don't know me, I'm Clarissa. I'm also in Memphis, Tennessee, Clarissa Joy. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a live blogger on Periscope. I do this every single morning, Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. This is what we do. I share with you each morning. If you follow me on social media, you already know the question for this morning. Yes, it is a continuation of what we've been talking about all week long, and that's positioning us in Q4, October, November, and December for a successful, for a banging, for a blowout new year in 2016. Yes. Good morning from Dallas, Texas. Thank you all for joining me. Make sure if you know anyone that wants to have more credit, it wants to have better credit, that you invite them to this broadcast right now. Okay, guys? So you also can follow me on social media. I posted the question there this morning a little bit ago. My handle is Clarissa Joy, J-O-I. Okay, you said me. J-O-I, Clarissa Joy. Yes, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I also have a Facebook fan page. You also can visit my website, chickchatcc.com. It's in my profile as well if you want to see my previous Periscopes, because we know they only last 24 hours here, but I've uploaded them for you. I sure did. And don't forget, guys, if I say anything that educates you, empowers you, or causes your thinking and actions to evolve, tap the screen to give me hearts. Yes. So hopefully we will reach 400 followers today. Hopefully we will reach 125,000 hearts today. With your help, we can get there. So thanks, guys. Let's hop in. I think I saw you, Rachel. Good morning. Good morning. So this week, Monday morning, we started talking about why Q4 is so critical to your success. So go back and listen to that replay. Then on Tuesday, I asked you, do you have time? Yes, considering all the things that you want to accomplish the end of this calendar year, as well as the things that you want to get moving in 2016. So what have you been saying that you want to do? Maybe you want to open a business. Maybe you want to start a blog. Maybe you want to open a daycare. Maybe you want a promotion. Maybe you want to move to a new industry, a new field. There could be many things that you could want to do. So think about that on today, okay? Good morning, Kelly. Then we talked about are you communicating with intent? That's so vital. That's so vital for us to move forward. Are you communicating with intent? And yesterday morning, yes, we talked about, are you built for success? Yes. And today, we are talking about, do you have credit? So you're probably saying, Clarissa, what does credit have anything to do with what we've been talking about all week long in repositioning ourselves for success for 2016? Well, let me tell you, it has everything to do with it. Did you know now that some jobs are screening your credit score and your credit report before they will hire you? Did you know that your insurance company is doing an updated semi-annual or annual credit update on you to determine what your new insurance rates will be? Did you know that? Did you know that when you go in to apply for that business loan, that they're going to look at your what? Credit. Yes. So while we want all these things in life, while we aspire, yes, they do, Joy, while we're aspiring to do this and to do that, it all links back in most instances, unless you're just doing a blog and a blog only. But in these other endeavors, it depends on your credit. So here's a comment. Just got hired and my credit was checked. That's right, Miss Confident. It surely was. So credit in these days and times has become ever more important and also vital to your success. So now that you know why credit is so important, have you invited your followers? Okay, so of course, like I do every single morning, I've got 3 tips for you. So you're probably saying, Clarissa, you're not a financial analyst. I'm not preaching. Hey, Daryl, I'm not a financial analyst. So why are you talking about credit? Well, let me share just a little teeny weeny bit of my life with you. So went into my marriage years ago, had great credit, but who knew I would go through a divorce? Who knew I would be abandoned with a brand new house that was just built? It was, I think, almost $300,000. And I no longer had a support mechanism that I could depend on. Who knew? Yeah, it happened to me. Yes, it did. And that's okay. But I'm using that experience. So I'm telling you today what I have done myself to resurrect my own personal credit. Don't be sad. Everything in life happens for a reason. Don't be sad, but I appreciate the empathy. So yeah, I think there's Ajana. Yes, so I've been there. When I had to get rid of the house, guess what happened with the market? It crashed. It was 2009. It was right after the crash in 2008. Houses weren't selling. New houses were being built at a lower cost. And guess what? A couple of my neighbors were being relocated by their companies, so they were allowed to sell their houses for tens of thousands of dollars cheaper. So yeah, who wanted to buy my house, right? And guess what else? I had one of the largest houses in the Cove. So you know, when you have sometimes the most largest property in the midst of other properties, you don't always get top dollar for what you're trying to sell. So fast forward, ended up having to do a short sale on the property to get rid of it, right? This hit my credit, that hit my credit, and before you knew it, I went from excellent credit to below good. Absolutely. But that's okay, guys. So the tips that I'm sharing with you today have been tips that I have used over the past several years, and some of these tips I still do to make sure that I'm yet on target. Yes. So credit is vital. Credit is important to our success, and don't let it be a roadblock. Don't let it be a hindrance in you reaching and attaining the goals that you want for your life. So you know how we do it every morning. Type a number 1 in the comment box if you're ready for number 1. Yes, it is, Kelly. It's very, very important. If you're ready for number 1, show me that you're ready by typing a number 1 in the comment box. So these are my 3 tips for this morning. Again, I see lots of ones. So again, the question is, do you have credit? So number 1, the first step in, as I say, resurrecting your credit. Hey, Miss Williams. Hey, Karen. Hey, ladies. The first step in resurrecting your credit is to simply know your strengths and know your weaknesses. So you're saying, Clarissa, this isn't a marketing plan. How does that apply? It's your credit report. It's that simple. You can get an annual credit report for free. You can pay for credit reports in between, but annually you can get one free from each bureau. You know there are 3 bureaus, right? So go get your credit report so that you know what is showing delinquent, what isn't showing delinquent, what is strengthening, strengthening your credit score, and what's weakening your credit score. So firstly, you have to know. So we're not going to be afraid anymore to pull our credit, because we know nobody likes to hear the bad news. So we just stay away from it. It's like going to the doctor, right? You don't want to go because you know they're going to tell you need to lose weight. You don't want to go to the dentist because you know they're going to say, why don't you floss every single day? But we no longer can be afraid of knowing the truth. That's the only way we grow. It's the only way we progress and get better. So firstly, I'm asking you this morning, do you know what's considered a strength on your credit? And do you know what's considered a weakness for your personal credit? Yes, you have to know. You have to know. Number two, let's go to number two. Type a number two in the comment box to let me know that you are ready. Number two, for those that are just joining, this morning's question is, do you have credit? So I'm giving 3 tips this morning, 3 tips that I personally use to resurrect my own credit. Okay, looks like you all are ready for number two. Number two is correct the wrong. You are going to correct the wrong that the Bureau has done incorrectly, and you're going to correct the wrong that you have done incorrectly. Yes, this is the introspective blog where we're open and we're honest with ourselves. Yes, no hiding. Sometimes your credit is not as bad as you think. That's right, Ajana. It may absolutely not be. So number two, after you've done number one and you know your strengths and weaknesses, the second step is to correct the wrong. How do you correct the wrong? You have to become a personal detective. You have to become your own personal researcher, okay? So I want you to put on your Magnum PI hats and become that for the next 90 days so that you can see your credit score spike. I will say 100 points in 90 days. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely is possible if you follow these 3 steps, because it happened to me. Absolutely. Even after the short sale of my previous house, I was told it would take 3 years to be able for me to be qualified to own another home. Not so. Got my next home in less than 2 years. Got approved for an interest rate that was less than half of the interest rate of my previous house. So I have more house now. I have the loan on this house was probably half of the amount of my previous loan. And guess what that means? The mortgage is what? Less than half of what the previous mortgage was. So that's why I said, don't be sad for me. Everything worked out, but you have to follow these 3 steps. So number 2, you're going to correct the wrong that the bureaus have done by writing letters. Yes, everything needs to be in writing. If you talk to someone on the phone, you get what? A notepad. You document their name, the location of their call center, and what was the result of the call and the next step that you need to do. If they tell you it's a 2-week wait, if it's a 30-day wait, you write that where? In your notepad. You need to become your own advocate. So yeah, you can go and pay somebody $300, $500, $1,000 to do this for you. I didn't. I did it myself. You just have to stay on top of it by having your notes. Yes, and being disciplined. So you can pay somebody or you can do it yourself, but I guarantee you can have the exact same results that other person can have if you're willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, no, outsource it. But it can happen on your own, guys. So save your $300, $500, whatever these people are charging nowadays. Also, the other part of part B was to correct the wrong that you've done. So let's talk about that for a second. So we all say that we're perfect, and we all say that we don't know why our credit score is in the tank. We don't know why we have such low credit scores. I thought my score would have been an 800. Why is it 400? Let's be honest, guys. There are some things that you could have done differently. So we love to talk about the 80-20 rule, right? Well, I've got 80% bang for you this morning. I hope you're writing this down. I have 80% bang for you this morning. These are the top 3 impacts to your credit score that you may not know. And you need to know how they rank so you know how to target them. Firstly, write this down. The first biggest bang out of my 80%, 35% of your credit score is dependent upon what? your credit history. How are you paying your bills? So you say, Clarissa, I didn't have the full $100 that was due. Did you send in 50? Did you send in 25? Did you call them to make an arrangement? Yep, you know I don't take any excuses on this blog. So 35% is due to your payment history. Simply, how are you paying? Are you paying on time? If you knew today that 35% of the makeup of your score could be turned around within the next 90 days because you simply pay your bill on time, would you do it? It's a question to yourself. Secondly, 30% of your credit score is dependent upon the amount you owe. So what does that mean? You need to pay more than the minimum due. And one thing now that it's great on the payment bills, they tell you if you pay this minimum amount that's due, $15, $20, whatever, that will take you 15 years to pay off this $300 bill. Oh, and by the way, you would have put in 25% interest on that. So now that information is at your fingertips. Thirdly, that what makes up that 80%? 15% of your credit score is due to the length of credit. Yes. So before you have a hissy fit and go and close every credit card that you had, every line of credit that you had open since the last 10, 20, 30 years, you may want to think twice about that. Now, if you want to have a field day in closing all of the accounts that you've opened sporadically in the last year, 2 years, I say have at it. But do not close accounts that have been open for long periods of time. Why? Because they show that you've had long-standing credit. So guess what, guys? No credit is just as bad as bad credit. So if you have no credit at all, you're risky. You're risky. So stop closing because you think you want to improve your credit score. Stop closing everything possible on your credit. Okay? So that's your 80% bang this morning. So 35% payment history, 30% the amount you owe, pay them down, stop paying the minimum due, and 15% your length of credit. So that's your 80%, guys. In 90 days, your credit could be 100 points increased if you follow these steps. So third step, guys. Let's get to moving. This is the last step for this morning. The third step, type a number 3 in your comment box to let me know you're ready for number 3. Number three. I don't see any hearts, guys. Are we still connected? I hope so. Okay. I see the 3s coming in. This one is a doozy. This one takes discipline. This one takes concerted effort. This one you can't be lazy about. Okay? So 3. Hey, Angie. 3. Number 3 is monitor monthly. Monitor monthly. Yes. So here's one nugget. If you have a major credit card, most of the time now they are offering, this is so cool to me because I used to pay like $9.99 a month for this, but now it's free. Now, 2 of my credit card companies allow me to see my credit score every single month for free. All I had to do was click to enroll. And it doesn't show up as an inquiry on my report. It doesn't. So monitor monthly, whether you go pay $9.99 like I did, which it is worth every single penny. You need to know every single month how your credit has been impacted. Thanks for sharing, Angie. Number three, monitor monthly. It's not going to be good enough for you to only see how your credit changes. Oh, Credit Karma. I've heard they're good. I forgot the name of the one that I use. Thanks, Mind Changers, for sharing. I don't know, Kelly. I haven't used Credit Karma before. I forgot the name of the company that I used. This was years ago when I used them. But okay, it's free. Awesome. Hey, there you go. Kelly gave you guys a free resource, Credit Karma. Check it out, guys. So there are too many Credit Sesame. Okay, it's free as well. Awesome, Talisa. Thank you for sharing that. Or Talissa. They are good. Okay, Karen said they're good, guys. So you've got some testimonials right here. Credit Karma is great. There's another one. Hey, it's karma. You're getting the free tips this morning. They tell you what's going on with your credit. Absolutely. So the two that I look at every month, it tells me if what is considered negative, what's considered positive, and it even offers suggestions. All of these things, guys, people used to pay money for. And as you can see now, people have just given you 3 different websites on this morning's blog that are free. So yes, do you want your credit score to increase by 100 points before January the 1st? If the answer is yes, type credit in the comment box. Great information. Thank you. You're so welcome. Type credit in the comment box if you want your credit to be increased 100 points in the next 90 days. Yes, yes. I see the credits coming through. Credit, 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 credit. Yes. Now, let's go back. Let's loop back up to connect all of this. Why is this important again, guys? I want this to really saturate in your brains this morning. Why is this important? Because to do most of those things you want to do, your credit is going to be checked. Even before you open that business line of credit, that business credit card, whatever it could be, your credit is going to be checked. So I'm tired of our hopes and our dreams and our purpose and our passion being delayed simply because we don't have credit. We're better than this, guys. And even, so I'm not here to bash you guys this morning, but even if you're in this position because of something that was outside of your control. Yeah, like me. Some of that, most of that was outside of my control. But yeah, I could have sulked. I could have cried month over month. I could have still been crying now. But would I own my own home now if all I did was cry, cry, cry? Absolutely not. You can't get that approved stamp, right? That's what I posted on social media this morning. You won't get that approval stamp because you go to the bank crying. No, they're going to say, will you sign this authorization for me to pull your credit? They don't care about your tears. They don't care who's done you wrong. They don't care what incident or what event landed you where you are. So I don't want to seem like I'm not empathetic this morning. But again, this is the introspective blog where excuses cannot reside. Excuses cannot reside. So it happened. Guess what? It's a new day. Last time I checked, it's Friday morning. So whatever happened yesterday was yesterday. Whatever happened last month was last month. Last year was last year. So what, guys? You've got to move forward. Remember, you want to be better. You want more in life. And to have more, you got to do more. No longer will we just sit here and talk about how we were done wrong. That's fine. Write a book about it. Get you some coins from your book, okay? But when it comes to your life and progressing, stop crying, guys. Take some action. Or take some action and then cry during one of your 15-minute breaks. Yeah, really. So again, this morning's question is, do you have credit? This is so important because credit is going to be needed as you desire to move forward and to go forward in your life. So the 3 things, I see some people joined in late here. Thank you guys for the hearts. You're so sweet. Thank you for the heart flow. So number 1 was know your strengths and weaknesses. You know that by getting your credit report. How often should you get your credit report? I think you need to know monthly. That's Clarissa. You can take as long as you want, but to me, I am able to make immediate action based on the knowledge that I have. Number 2, correct the wrong. You're going to correct the wrong that the Bureau may have incorrect on your report by writing letters, making phone calls, following up, writing in your notepad what the next step is. And also you're going to right the wrongs that you have done by number 1, that 35%, your payment history, the 30%, paying down the amount you owe, and the 15% not closing out the long-standing lines of credit. That's your 80% bang. And lastly, number 3, monitor monthly. Monitor monthly. Know how your actions are impacting your score month over month. That's just going to give you encouragement, guys. In the next 30 days, when you see an increase in your score, it's going to encourage you and it's going to motivate you to keep doing what you're doing. Okay. So those are my tips for this morning. I hope and I pray this was impactful to your life. Remember, you're not the only one that's been there. Don't allow the enemy to cause you to sulk and say you're the only person with bad credit. I wish I had the updated stat, but the last time I looked that up, it was like, I think it was like maybe 70% of all Americans have bad credit. It may be even higher than that. So yeah, you're welcome, Kelly. Thank you for joining every morning. So yeah, you're not the only one, guys. That's a trick. That's a lie. But you can be one of the ones that are going to do something about it. So if you've enjoyed the scope today, go ahead and swipe to the right to invite your followers so that they can watch the replay. If you have an iOS, swipe up. If you have an Android, to invite your followers so that they can watch the replay and get some of these great tips that we've discussed this morning. Cannot wait to share with you guys on Monday morning. This is what I do every single morning on Periscope, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. They're dope scopes, but they're quick scopes. So make sure that you tap the little guy at the bottom right of your corner to follow me so that you get instant notifications as soon as I go live. Yes, so that you can join us live and be able to give us information, or be able to join in with the live information that we're sharing. And you can ask comments, you can ask questions, you can make comments, and you can also give me hearts. Thank you for those that are watching this on your PC. Make sure that you download the app to your mobile device so that you can too add comments and give me hearts. So I hope we've reached 125,000 hearts this morning. Does anybody know? You're so welcome, Rhonda. Thank you for always joining. I appreciate that. Yes, yes, yes. You're so welcome, Ajana. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So any other questions out there, guys? Any other comments? I appreciate you guys joining. Make sure, again, you go to my website to check out the previous Periscopes that expired after 24 hours. They're on my website now. I also, this week, Wednesday, Periscope introduced a brand new button on Periscope. So I added it to my website. And if you go to my website now, it shows you that I'm live now. It's so cool. And when I'm not live, it goes black. So that's the cool thing. So right now, guys, we're almost at 120,000 hearts. We just need 168 more. Can we get 168 hearts right now? Tap it out. Remember, I don't ask for hearts for free. Ayanu. Ayanu? Okay, Ayanu. Cute. That's a pretty name. It's a pretty name. Ayanu. Okay. Thank you for helping me this morning, Ayanu. So thank you guys for tapping it out. Remember, I don't ask for hearts for free. I just ask for them if I say anything that educates you, empowers you, or causes your thoughts or actions to evolve. Happy Friday, Angie. Have a great weekend. You too as well. Look out for me this weekend. I'll probably do some pop-up scopes just to say hi to you guys, but cannot wait to share with you on Monday morning. And also be sure that you're following me on social media so that you can see some of the quotes that I post, some of the pictures from my day-to-day that I post. Yesterday, I went to vote. It was kind of emotional for me after I was leaving. I just find it such a privilege and a blessing to be able to vote. So I voted here in Memphis, Tennessee. We had an election day yesterday. So you can go out on Twitter or Instagram or my Facebook fan page to see the pictures that I posted yesterday. Again, my handle is Clarissa Joy, J-O-I, Clarissa Joy. Thank you guys for the heart flow. I'll see you guys around. I wish a productive day to you, a positive day, and a prosperous day. Have a wonderful weekend. And when you see me go live this weekend, hop in to see what I'm doing, guys. See you later. Bye. Happy Friday.